Welcome back to the Fruitful 3 show, Levi.
Welcome back. I know, it's been like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Guess who's back? Back again. Levi's back. Tell a friend. Oh, wait.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
All right. Hopefully I don't get knocked for a copyright on that one.
No, because you sang it yourself.
Fair enough.
And it was worse than Slim Shady, so...
Fair enough.
Alright, so it's the most wonderful time of the year. Believe it or not, it's Christmas.
Where have I heard that statement at before?
I don't know, pretty much like every year, once a year, you know.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
No, it's the most stressful time of the year.
Fair enough.
Because everybody thinks it's about money and gifts and all this other stuff.
True.
So we got an episode that will jingle your brain as much as it jingles your bells.
You know, I actually had to read, when I was reading through the script earlier this week, I actually had to read that twice because I thought it said something else.
I had to, I have to make sure I'm saying the right words. So it's the final episode today of our Christmas series where we're going to look into the future of Christmas, especially how technology, sustainability, and cultural changes are reshaping the way we celebrate this beloved holiday. From virtual Santas to zero waste traditions, we're diving deep into what Christmas could look like in the next few decades.
So grab your Coca-Cola, get cozy, and let's unwrap this holiday mystery.
It's Coco.
Oh, whatever.
Same difference.
I was thinking of the Coca-Cola bears that always have the Christmas commercials and Coca-Cola. Sorry.
So let's get into it. But first, winter is here, and we've got the perfect gear to keep you warm. Stay cozy and stylish with our must-have winter collection. All the comfort you need is just a click away. Shop now at icedentertainment.net/strip and embrace the season in style. Yes, sir.
Get your swagger on, boys and girls. We don't care if you're naughty or nice. We just want you to wear our swag.
Yeah, pretty much. Whether you're naughty or nice, it's the perfect gift. First thing.
Hey, even if you're naughty, it's still better than coal.
Yeah. I'd still prefer coal. Because, it's a great heating source. It keeps you warm.
Yeah, but don't sweatshirts keep you warm too?
Sweatshirts keep you warm, but can sweatshirts cook you food?
I mean, they can if you light them on fire.
Yeah, but how long is that fire going to last versus coal?
Not that long.
See, so isn't coal more the efficient gift to give?
Sure.
Like, you can do so much with it. You can even carve some cool design into it. It's like a blank canvas for you to use. Your imagination just goes wild. But anyway, Levi, the first thing I want to ask you is, what do you think the future of Christmas is going to look like?
So I don't actually know what the future of Christmas is going to look like, but I can tell you is from, like, even in just like the last 10, 20 years, there's been things that have changed completely compared to, like, I mean, like, you used to think about it, you used to do a lot of family events, and now there's not much. I mean, everybody's too busy, or they don't have the time, or there's
sporting events.
Yep, there's so much going on that it seemed like everyone made it like 10, 15, 20 years ago, or even longer. Everybody made it a point to, like, cook something and have a family dinner or some sort of family get together, and now it's not that. Like, Santa Claus used to be really, really popular, and I've noticed, like, he's kind of going out of style. There's not much people that are doing that sort of tradition. You look back in the day, they always seem to have like mistletoes or like wreaths, or there was always some sort of decoration, or there's like some sort of big Christmas party and everybody like went all out on Christmas parties. Now it's basically just a gathering and
Lights.
nobody really dresses up or decorates or
Well, they still do lights,
yeah.
but that's it.
Yeah. But just like I said, you look at like several years ago where
Don't you know that wreaths and mistletoes, that's not environmentally friendly? Environmentally friendly. There we go.
oh well.
But yet we still do lights, which is environmentally friendly.
I think I think wreaths are more environmentally friendly than lights, because let's put it this way: you could throw a wreath in your backyard and it's gonna decay into the ground. I mean, because at the end of it is it's basically just leaves, so it's gonna decay. Lights, on the other hand, you have the possibility of a fire. You have, I mean, because you have electricity you're dealing with, so you have the possibility of a fire that's basically all plastic and wires, so it's not going to decay. You got to actually dispose of them properly.
Well, it'll decay after 100 years.
Yeah, but you get where I'm going here. So try to tell me how lights are more eco-friendly than wreaths and Christmas trees.
Don't ask me. I'm not the one that makes the rules. I just read the articles.
But yeah, no, it like I said, it kind of no. And the other thing too is Christmas has really lost its true meaning as well. I mean, it used to be like, granted, you can debate all you want about when Jesus was really born. There's a lot of facts out there that prove it wasn't on Christmas. You know what I mean? It wasn't December 25th. But putting all of that aside, the true purpose of Christmas was to celebrate Jesus' birth. That was the sole purpose of the whole holiday. And now you look around and you don't even hardly see.
Well, what do you think they were expecting when they threw Christmas to compete against pagan and other religion holidays around the same time? You don't think it was gonna get mixed up and messed up? And
I figured it would have.
it was a stupid move. Just be independent. Do it. Could have had it in April. When Easter is. But no, we had to do it.
Yeah, there's
during the pagan holidays and the other holidays.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it was just basically as a giant sales pitch for money purposes. At the end of the day, you look at around, and I mean, nowadays you watch every Christmas movie out there. I mean, and we've been kind of going through Christmas movies with Ivy and everything else. But like, I watch these Christmas movies and they miss the whole, like, you watch the old Christmas movies and it's centered around Christ and Christmas and Jesus' birth and stuff like that. But you watch like the modern day ones, it's basically just a family gathering and it's another holiday. It's like you've missed the whole, you've like missed the whole purpose of this whole thing.
Or you watch Hallmark movies and it's just, oh, I'm gonna fall in love. Oh my goodness, they found the one.
So yeah, so it really, like I said, it kind of scares me, just in a sense of like what of this holiday, of what it's actually like, what it was supposed to be, and what the sole purpose of it was supposed to be for. And now how it's grown, and over time, everybody's missing the sole purpose of the holiday. And so at the end of this is the future just going to be another day, and there's your few percenters out there that actually understand the real meaning of it.
All right, moving on to our
so I answered the future. You don't get off that easily, bro. What's your guess of the future of Christmas?
I think it's just gonna be like nothing, just nothing. People are gonna realize, you know what? I don't need that stress. We'll have it as a holiday, but who cares about spending money? Who cares about all this stuff, you know? And maybe, just maybe, you know, instead of, you know, buying trash and gifts, I say trash because, you know, where I'm going with it, don't get angry at me. Trash saying, you know, eco-friendly, they're going to be sending like emails and digital videos and music and stuff in the future as gifts, where they're going to use the art of AI to create it. That's what my beliefs are.
Speaking of that and everything, so you made my brain click a little bit. So like, if you ever watch Jim Carrey's The Grinch, he brings up a very, very valid point in there. Because in that movie, he goes, why, or I don't remember exactly how he words it, but it's something about like, why do you even celebrate holidays? Or why do you even celebrate Christmas? All it is you buy all these gifts, and guess where they end up?
In the dump.
In my backyard. Basically on Mount Crumpet is where they all end up, and they end up in the trash, and he ends up getting them. And it's like, at the end of the day, it's you look at Christmas, and that goes back to like the sole purpose of it was, like I said, celebrating Jesus' birth. And a lot of times people didn't really give much back then. It was and now it always seems like everybody's got to go big or go home and swing for the fences. But at the end of the day, you get those presents. Where are they going to end up in a few months?
The trash.
Probably the trash, and in a junkyard somewhere. Or a trash. Well, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. I try to do like some genius creative work, you know, and I don't always do it. I'm not much of a gift giver, but you know, I try to be creative when I do gifts, instead of going to Wally World and buying something, you know, something that's not special, you know.
It's like the handcrafted gifts are like have a lot more meaning than just. I mean, you look at, like, we were just talking about the Grinch, right? But you look at the Grinch, and was it Mary?
Mary had a little lamb.
Well, no, but was it
Mary? Did you know that your baby?
Wasn't it Mary the one that he was trying to impress?
That's Mary Lou. Mary.
Was it Mary Lou?
I don't know. I don't watch the Grinch.
But in there, he makes this whole like handcraft. You know what I mean? He makes his and it's really genius for a little kid of how he knows how to use a blowtorch and melt diamonds and all those other gems into stuff. But like, he takes his time and builds this whole entire angel, and yet the mayor tries winning her over with the keys to a brand new car. Like, come on.
Yeah, here's my money. I spent 14 seconds looking at this car.
Yeah.
I spent 3 hours building this and chiseling diamonds.
Yeah. So, I mean, and then at the end of it, she ends up with a Grinch. So just remember that. If you actually build a gift for someone, it's going to have more meaning and more value than just going to Wally World or
Target.
Target or
Kmart. Oh wait, that don't.
I was gonna say I was trying to. I wanted to say Kmart so bad, but then I was like, they're closed, so I can't say that. And then you said Target, and I'm like, we're just gonna run with it.
Let's start with tech takeover of Christmas. This is where I was going with it. You like my vision, bro? Technology has been changing our traditions year by year, and it's not slowing down. But here's a twist. AI Santa. I have been experimenting with it. And virtual holiday experiences. Picture this. You're in your living room wearing VR goggles, and suddenly you're transported to the North Pole. You see elves working away, and boom, there's Santa himself, powered by AI, ready to ask for your Christmas list. It's so cool, right?
Kind of creepy.
Yeah. Or maybe is it a little too futuristic, buddy? I mean, we already have AI chatbots like Santa GPT answering kids' questions. Would you want your kids meeting Santa virtually?
Okay, so the other thing here too is I can't remember the name of the app, but you can actually track Santa Claus on Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, well, you were talking about like Santa GPT and asking questions and so on and so forth. But yeah, like I said, I can't remember the name of the app. So if you want to Google it, you can. But yeah, there's an actual Santa tracker that.
Yeah, you just Google Santa tracker and you get like five of them.
And we were talking about that the other day, and it's so like back in the day, it was so more realistic to believe in Santa Claus than it is now.
Mm.
Because you look at all these apps and all this technology and everything, and it doesn't really.
Yeah, it's more fantasy. There we go.
Yeah, because like one of my coworkers the other day he goes, yeah, me and my kids will watch it, like that Santa tracker. And it's like, it's so amazing how it can go from this town to this town in like 5 seconds. And it's like, okay, back in the day when you just told me Santa flew a sled and dropped on your house and somehow magically made it all in one night, it was a lot more believable.
Mm.
And now you see this little thing and you're just like, he can't move that fast.
He has jet boosters on there, man. Jet boosters.
And that's the other thing too, is like you can ask Santa GPT questions, but I actually like back in the day, and I don't know who it mailed off to, but you can mail letters to the North Pole and somebody would actually respond back to you. And like I said, I have no clue where they went. I have no clue.
There's probably some charity thing.
But you get what I'm saying though, is somebody sat there and would take the time to answer your questions and write you letters and everything and act like Santa himself.
You're on the nice list. Congratulations.
But it's like now you have an AI that does it for you, and it almost loses the whole purpose of that tradition.
And let's not forget smart homes. Your house can basically run Christmas for you now. Smart lights sync to Christmas playlists. Alexa set timers for baking cookies, and your tree lights turn on as you pull into the driveway. Convenience is key, but are we automating the magic out of Christmas?
We are.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And drone gift deliveries. Amazon and other companies are already experimenting with drone deliveries. Forget reindeer. Are drones Santa's sleigh 2.0?
No. I don't think Santa will ever go to drones.
You don't think so?
No, it's too classy, man. You got the reindeers, you got the sled. Come on, man, it's too.
Yeah, but he don't have the suit and tie, bro. He just has a jacket, bro. A red jacket and a red bag with black boots and red pants, bro. And some.
Yeah, but bench press is like 500 freaking pounds, and he does like 100 reps.
He's game, bro. Dude, that's just because he eats deer, bro. He probably eats deer all year long, and deer is like one of the healthiest meats out there right now. Well, in the world.
Yeah. So these are my notes. The future of Christmas is likely to be shaped by technology, changing social trends, and growing awareness of global issues. While many traditional aspects of the holiday, like family gatherings, gift giving, and festive meals, will endure, the way we celebrate may evolve. Virtual reality could bring people closer together, allowing families and friends to celebrate across distances, and online shopping might further streamline the process of finding the perfect gift. Additionally, the future of Christmas might see new customers emerge, such as eco-friendly practices becoming more prevalent as environmental concerns grow. Regardless of technology advancements, the essence of Christmas as a time of love and connection will likely remain intact. You're going to have AI involvement in Christmas.
Now let's talk about something important here. Eco-conscious Christmas traditions. The holidays are magical, but they're not exactly eco-friendly. Trees, wrapping paper, energy-sucking lights. It adds up. But change is coming and people are rethinking how they celebrate. And let's not forget about the gifts that get thrown away because we watched the Grinch movie. Okay? So, eco-friendly trees. Real or artificial? Gotta answer that question.
So, we have an artificial tree in our house right now because of like ivy, and she absolutely enjoys it. But me personally, I like real trees.
I like real trees too.
It's a lot more what word it meaningful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I understand they're a lot more work, but they smell nicer. It brings a different feel to the whole house than an artificial one.
Yeah, I don't like plastic. And that's just me.
Yeah.
Or how about renting a potted Christmas tree? This is actually a new trend that's going on. So hear me out. Hear me out. Okay. You go to what are trees called? Like places you buy trees. A tree farm.
Yeah.
I forget what the technical term is.
Like arbors?
Yeah, there we go. And you buy a potted Christmas tree. It's small. It's just a little guy, but you take it home, you water it, you keep it good, and after you're done with Christmas, you just send it back, and you just rent it. That way it continues to grow, and then you can I forget what they do with the wood after it grows up after 15 years. Oh, after it gets too big for the pot, they plant it in the forest and let it grow up so, we have more trees in the forest.
So keep going.
That's where I was.
No. I was gonna say I have a train of thought. Why would you want to plant it in a forest? Plant it in like your front yard or your backyard, and then all you gotta do is run a extension cord to the lights every year.
You may be onto something. Honestly, that's like the best.
Like honestly, you just plant it like in your front yard somewhere.
Think about it. Just think about it though. If you plant it before you have kids, it takes 15 years for them to cut down a Christmas tree and sell a Christmas tree, unless you get a small one.
Yeah.
But a large one is like 15 years. So think about if you plant it like when they're born or whatever. By the time they graduate, it's a full-grown tree. So the tree is growing with your kid.
Yeah, it's like almost like a pet.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, in other words.
So yeah, and it's like and it's just it'd be magical.
You got the whole tradition and the memories of planting this. Yeah, you could, and the kids taking care of it. I mean, heck, you could make it a chore for them.
Mm-hmm.
Go water the tree. Go trim the tree. I mean, you take care of it, and
let's go decorate the tree.
Yeah, and then every Christmas you go decorate the tree, and then every time you take it down and go from there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's just great idea. Great idea. Zero waste gift wrapping, which is what I am real good at. I just use a box and I say, here you go. Reusable cloth wraps are on the rise, and digital gift cards are taking over. Plus, experimental gifts like a weekend getaway or concert tickets focus on memories over material things.
Yeah.
Nothing to add to that one?
No, I was just thinking is like the whole, like, yeah, you can go to like concerts and all this other stuff, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's more about making memories. I mean, even if that means you go to a family event, you sit down with family, you see family, even if that a concert, or I mean, around this time it'd be probably a football game. You might be able to hit volleyball this time of year. Yeah. Basketball.
Volleyball's going on right now.
I know. Yeah. You got your Final Four going on. As long as you're making memories, that's the main thing. The other thing too is don't be afraid to, like, with that whole memory thing and like material thing, is don't be like, I understand like pictures are kind of materials, but don't be afraid to like take pictures so you have something so you have like a memory album that's actually you captured that moment. Or that's kind of my thought on that.
Energy efficient decorations. Solar powered lights and energy efficient LEDs are the new norm. Some people are swapping giant light shows for candlelit gatherings, cozy and kind to the planet. Honestly, candlelit would be dope.
Okay, so originally that's kind of how it all started. So I like how that tradition, kind of like that old school tradition, is coming back. It's so crazy now I mean, even what you can do with lights and so on and so forth, it's insane. I mean, we went out to Crystal Springs last weekend, and it's amazing of how like some of those are like 3D Christmas lights, and some of those have like the whole effects of how they move. Everything else, it's
You get the track ones, and each light goes around, circle.
and it's
Bah, bah, I get the. You can even get ones hooked up to your music and like your phone or radio or whatever.
I'll be honest, I don't know how solar powered lights, like solar powered Christmas lights, would work, but
Yeah, because like right now during this time is normally dark and gloomy all day.
I mean, you got basically maybe like 4 to 6 hours of sunlight to charge a battery, or so I don't know how that would.
And that's if the sun's out,
Yeah,
because it's mainly cloudy.
yeah.
Engagement moments, not engagement. Engagement. Here's a quick challenge for you. What's one thing you can do to have a greener Christmas this year? Drop your ideas in the comments or tag us in your eco-friendly post.
How to have a greater Christmas? I don't know.
Less wrapping paper.
So, I don't know if I want to ruin it or not ruin it. All right, fine, I'll ruin it. But you're the only one who's gonna know about this, unless somebody watches this episode.
Then you got to keep it a secret.
But you were talking about wrapping paper, right?
Yeah.
So Shiloh found this idea that what you do is, if you have kids, so this is an idea. I'm going to try to say this without giving away the answer, like literally give away, like there will be hints. So if Isaiah is smart enough, he'll catch on.
And I might not even say anything.
But so Christmas gifts. So Shiloh found this idea of, and if you have kids, this is a really good idea of how to save money and time too. So you go and you find blank paper, or like blank sheets of, like blank rolls of paper.
Yeah, the ones you color in yourself.
Yeah. And you let your kids color and draw and design on all of them and everything else. And then by the end of it, you wrap your presents and give them away. So yeah, that's one idea of how to, because then at least you're doing something meaningful at the end of the day, and you're not spending a bunch of money on 10 different wrapping paper designs.
I could make a wrapping paper design and I could sell it on our merch store. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I thought about it, and then it's like, nah. Okay. Next up, how might cultural and social shifts influence the Christmas in the future?
How?
Yeah, how can social and cultural think about social media and today, how can that influence Christmas? Like influencers, how can influencers influence the Christmas in the future? How can you influence Christmas in the future?
How can I? Okay, so one thing I would do is, if I was a social media person, is, I mean, which I'm not, but if I was big into like social media, one thing I would do is like actually like show the true like the whole true purpose of what Christmas is, like dive into like the history of like traditions, to have people understand like why this tradition is this tradition, and go on, so on and so forth. The other thing I don't like about like social shifts or like the way things are moving is we're so technology based that nowadays there's a lot of, I mean, COVID has really changed a lot of things. Like when COVID was around, there was a lot of like church services that were all virtually done on a phone, or there were a lot of virtual calls. And now I've noticed there are family members out there that do, like, they'll just sit at their own home and have like virtual meetings, and I don't really like that. I think the
Go on a Zoom meeting. Hi, family.
Yeah.
Yeah, guess what I'm having? I'm having like crackers today because I'm poor. Yeah, it's real nice to see you. I'm real glad I can gather with you on this Zoom meeting today.
Yeah. I know there's a few people out there that actually do that. So, and I just don't think that's.
It's not healthy. You
I
need
think
that energy between two people
exactly,
sometimes.
and I think you need that whole family gathering.
I really thought you were gonna go from a father perspective instead of a social media perspective.
But it is because
'Cause
we,
you're an influence on your daughter.
yeah, and we actually that's what we're doing is we're teaching her like what the true purpose of Christmas is actually supposed to be about, and we're even gonna teach her the true facts of it may not be December 25th.
Mm.
Like we're gonna show her the evidence and like according to the Bible and show her the evidence and say, hey,
Every time.
it's like this is this. So the Bible never actually tells you when Jesus was born.
It gives you hints.
It gives you hints, and so these hints don't exactly align with what we're doing now, but that's not like that's besides the point. The whole purpose is Jesus's birth, Jesus coming to earth. As basically the whole purpose of Christmas is God decided to come to earth in man form as Jesus. The other thing we've talked about is Santa Claus.
You're not real.
And so okay, so
You still do that tradition.
we're not gonna teach her like we're gonna teach her that Santa Claus isn't real. But Saint Nick was real and was a real person, and that is how the whole Santa Claus, I mean his story and his life is how the Santa Claus theory or whatever the tradition came into play. So we're going to teach her the true history of like Santa Claus and Saint Nick and say, hey, this is where this is how this was formed. And we're going to let her, if she wants to believe in Santa Claus, we're not going to stop her from believing in Santa Claus, but we're going to tell her the truth about it and where it came from. Like we've already started the tradition of her decorating her Christmas tree every year. She has like a little 3 or 4 foot artificial Christmas tree that we light up, and she absolutely loves it. But yeah, that's just kind of, we're going to teach her the ins and outs of everything and go from there. So then when she gets older, she has the opportunity to, if we want to, if she wants to believe in Santa, then we're not going to stop her from wanting to believe in that deal, and we're just going to go along until she realizes it's no longer.
So 7 years. You have 7 more years. 7 more years for her to decide.
But yeah, like I said, we're just gonna teach her the whole truth about everything and teach her like the different traditions of why they do these traditions and so on and so forth, and let her just kind of be a kid and let her decide what she. The one thing we have yet to decide on is the whole milk and cookie thing, because we don't know if she really wants to.
Do you really want to eat milk and drink milk and eat cookies? Do you really want to do that?
I mean, if they're chocolate chip cookies and there's a glass of milk, I'm gonna have no problem doing that every Christmas.
Once a year, not so bad for me.
So one of my coworkers, he goes, that's his favorite thing on Christmas Eve is they lay the Christmas presents out from Santa, and he always has cookies and milk, and he goes, that's the best thing I can ever do. And it's so funny because they're trying to figure out like the week before what to cook Santa or what cookies, and so they're like, Dad, what do you think? What types of cookies do you think Santa's gonna want this year?
Chocolate chip.
And he goes, I'll tell him like chocolate chip, or I'll tell him like this, or like M&Ms or Monster. You know what I mean? It's like whatever sounds good that year. I'm telling him that's what I think. Or here's what was it? This year I told the kids I think Santa just wants Oreo cookies and milk. Which if it's just Oreo cookies and milk, Go right ahead.
That's not the special meaning. You gotta make the cookies, you know? If you want, if Santa Claus wants freaking Oreo cookies, he just has to go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you know Santa shops at Walmart?
Yeah. Here are just some things that will change cultural and social shifts in Christmas. Changing family dynamics. More families live apart these days, so virtual Christmas dinners might become the norm. Picture this, everyone logs into a Zoom call and you share a digital toast to the holidays.
Yay.
It's what we were literally just laughing about.
I know.
Inclusivity.
Yeah, me some chicken noodle soup and a glass of wine. Cheers to Christmas.
You got chicken noodle soup, I got a Pop-Tart. And diversity. Christmas is
That's what happens when you got a job, bro.
Gotta stay hustling, bro. You gotta just chase after your dreams every day, bro, and you'll get there someday. You'll move up to chicken noodle someday, bro. But you just gotta keep doing you, bro. You'll get there eventually. Christmas is already evolving to include celebrations of other winter holidays like Hanukkah and Kwanzaa. Imagine a future where the season becomes about honoring diverse traditions, not just one. Which is crazy because Hanukkah falls the day after Christmas this year.
Does it really?
Yeah, the 26th is when it starts. The rise of minimalism. Have you ever noticed the growing trend of less is more? People are swapping consumerism for community, faith, and experiences. Minimalist holidays could be the future, and honestly, it might just make the season more meaningful. Here's a heartwarming story. I read about a family last year who decided to skip presents and instead spent the holiday volunteering. They said it was the most memorable Christmas ever. Could focusing on gratitude and experiences bring us back to the true meaning of Christmas?
Gosh dang it, I don't remember who it was. I want to say it was Kareem Hunt that spent a whole day at Dick's Sporting Goods down in Kansas City. He bought a bunch of homeless kids and kids that were in poverty and stuff that couldn't actually get the true meaning of Christmas. He bought them a bunch of clothes. He bought them like sporting items, basically whatever they wanted inside the store. He paid for them, and that was his Christmas present to the community of Kansas City.
That's a good deal.
I think that's kind of cool that you go and I think it's cool when athletes, no matter what sport you're in, but when athletes or even like celebrities go out and do things for the community and try to take their platform and use it for a greater purpose. The other ones who don't, they can someone.
We talked last week. You weren't here, but we talked last week how we don't really like videos, people taking videos of good deeds if they don't do good deeds outside of the videos. Like we get the meaning that you're trying to spread joy and positivity and everything. But like sometimes it's just like, why do you even do that? Especially if you're not a good person behind away from the. And I even forgot about the next segment we're going to hop in, which we started off in when I asked the first question. What's the future of Christmas going to look like? Exactly. So wild speculations. So let's take a fun leap into the future. What will Christmas look like in 50 years? Let's get wild with it. AI-powered Santas who already know every children's wish list without asking. That's just weird.
What are they going to do? Like read their minds?
Well, it's without asking vocally. It's typing it into the computer. But it could be with Neuralink, if that might be a thing.
If we get that far, I'm destroying the government.
Civil War.
We're officially, if we get to that point, the Matrix has officially came to life.
This is just a side note. Elon Musk is which side is he on? Because he's on both sides. He's dominating both sides, and it's you the good guy, you the bad guy. I can't trust you.
I do like the fact that Elon Musk is the military defense person. Because, like, could you only imagine the military technology that dude could make that would make us a complete threat to everybody else?
Bro, we wouldn't even have people fighting. We'd have robots just wham. And who cares if they're experimental? They're overseas. Families celebrating in the Metaverse, full-on virtual parties where everyone's avatar is wearing ugly Christmas sweaters.
Okay,
Just ain't the same.
Sounds lame.
How about space Christmas?
Space Force, yeah.
Humans living on Mars might be decorating their lunar bases with what Christmas stuff up there. And Santa's sleigh, forget reindeer, he's using quantum teleportation because he's upgraded.
Okay, Ant-Man.
That's not, no, that's just shrinking and
Yeah, when did they figure out the whole quantum leap thing?
they went to the quantum realm. They didn't quantum leap.
Who is it, the quantum leap then?
The ones like Thor did it. No, Guardians of the Galaxy, because they would go through the hyperspace quantum leap, whatever they call it in the MCU. Interactive twist. I don't know why I said that. We asked you to send in your wildest predictions for Christmas. We did not ask you that, so I'm gonna cut that. So anything you'd like to add to that before we get to our ending, buddy? Yes.
We're just gonna go through my notes here. Right?
Go.
All right. So AI involvement in Christmas. Artificial intelligence is becoming an increasingly significant part of the holiday experience. From AI-driven personnel shopping assistants recommending gifts to automated home systems that decorate, light up, and play festive music. We've already mentioned that AI is enhancing how we celebrate Christmas. Virtual. Wait, you've already.
Dude, I told you all this stuff is in the notes and the script, bro. I
know.
Do not trust me. Do not. I know.
You.
I know. Sometimes I forget to throw stuff in. I do. I know that.
Oh, did you do experimental gifts?
How about you explain it and I'll tell you yes or no.
Okay, as environmental issues become more urgent, eco-consciousness is increasingly influencing how we celebrate Christmas. People are moving toward more sustainable practices, such as buying eco-friendly gifts, using reusable wrapping paper, and choosing decorations made from natural...
We've already established that.
Recyclable... Hold on here. There is also a growing trend in experimental gifts over material ones, which focus on you said that, creating memories rather than contributing to waste.
This man don't trust me.
I trust you.
You don't trust me. He's a green one.
Mr. Grinch.
Mr. Levi. I just stuttered saying Mr. Levi.
Yeah, I really need to actually go. I used to be really good at this.
Yeah.
I used to actually like read the script, take notes, write my own notes, and then there wasn't a whole... Then now I feel like I'm back at square one. Man, you should have just had Elijah sub in this. He was on a roll.
Eli, he was going to be here tonight, but he said, I'm sick. He's doing better now, but he went to work today, but he's like, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna rest. And I'm like, you do that. You do that. You get better, bro.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he was gonna be here because he was here for 3 of the 4 episodes.
Yeah.
So and he's like, I'll be here for the last one. All right, so we are going to end this.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: Christmas will evolve, whether you like it or not. Yeah. Just like everything else. But no matter how much technology advances, no matter how much or how sustainable we become, no matter how or where we celebrate Mars, Metaverse, or right here at home in the present time, the heart of Christmas stays the same.
It's about love.
It's about connection.
It's about giving more of ourselves and appreciating the people around us. Whether we're unwrapping a high-tech gift, decorating with zero waste, or sharing a virtual meal, the spirit of Christmas will always be timeless.
So this year, let's hold on to that magic. Let's embrace the changes while keeping the traditions that matter most, because at the end of the day, Christmas isn't about what you have, it's about who you share it with. So thanks for tuning in to this festive episode of the Fruitful 3 show. Don't forget to share your thoughts with us on social media and let us know your wildest predictions of the future of Christmas. Until next time, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and may your season be merry and bright, be fruitful, peace, love, happiness, and unity.
Deuces.